Hello, everyone, and welcome into more Seven Wonders Duel here on the Sorcerer Network. My name is Sorcerer Matt. Well, we're definitely taking the extra turn. Really feel like I am figuring this expansion out. This is good for us because I'm assuming my opponent takes one extra turn, and then I'll take the other two. Yeah, even though the Divine Theater's there, I think extra turns are just better. Gosh, what do I do here? I think, maybe incorrectly, I think that this is the play. And then, well, I was going to grab the science card, but now I'm going to grab the stone. Okay. Ooh, again, was going to grab this, but I'm going to grab this. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Okay, yeah, definitely. I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't get this, but I think I'm okay with how the resources have gone. Now I'm really okay with how the resources have gone. So yeah, my opponent has played one card. Now, is racking up a ton of money, but so like I'm just gonna grab some points. I probably should grab some coins here at some point. Okay. I don't mind grabbing this. I'm a little bit disappointed I didn't grab this as well, but I'm happy with what we decided to do. Okay, my opponent is getting to place all of the pantheons, but you know that's okay. It's fine. Okay. I am going to do this because this will help us in the next age, and then I don't mind doing this either. Just kind of keep the resources going. I think law is fine, just throwing that over there. That's perfectly okay. That's a little annoying, but not like catastrophic. And then we gotta get some coins here. Yeah, this is fine. We'll get the gate on our side. Curious what my opponent does here. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I would probably grab the stone just because he's so resource poor. But I could see just going for the science victory. Yeah, I think that was probably the correct move. And we're just going to discard this. I don't necessarily care that he gets this. I could see my opponent doing Temple of Artemis here. Which, because that's the only extra turn, I don't hate. Like I don't hate that. Okay. Assuming he grabs the papyrus here. Yeah. That makes sense. What's the play here? I'm actually going to use an extra turn here. Okay. That was okay, I guess. This wasn't like fantastic, but it happened. Yeah, I'm not surprised that my opponent goes for the gate there. Especially because there's a Steel Wonder in there, which I'm assuming my opponent is 100% doing. And he's going to grab the Appian Way, which is fine. I think we want to keep this going. Like, let's just pay a coin. To get 9 points. I don't see why that's a problem. One of the things that I love right now is that I have a lot of victory points and I'm good on resources. So that's where this, like, the extra turn is a little annoying, but I don't know. I'm not really all that concerned. I think we have a really nice start. And hopefully we'll be in line to grab, I would love the Caravansary. My opponent probably wants Anubis to do Temple of Artemis. That's usually a good target for it. We could also consider it for the Sphinx, but I'm not sure I want to sink all my coins right now into that. It feels like a little much. The good news here is we have made it to where my opponent cannot do all 4 of the wonders. Like, unless, I mean, I suppose he could do Anubis to get rid of one of mine in order to then, be able to. But yeah, no, the thing that makes the most sense is to do that. Okay, once again, I don't really want to play either of these cards. So we're just going to do this. And I'm just going to put this. I don't actually mind if it goes. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. What am I doing? I want it to go that way. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, whatever. It's a big gaffe for the day. That's okay. If nothing else, we've confused my opponent. It was all part of my strategy, all part of my master plan to confuse my opponent. My opponent now doesn't know what to do because of my fabulous play. All right. I don't want my opponent to get the Forum. If my opponent gets the Brickyard, so be it. Yeah, like that is what it is. I actually kind of don't want my opponent to get glass, and I really don't mind driving up the price for glass here. Like, I really don't mind that. And I also don't mind just, at this point, of course, that's the one. Of course, that's the one. That's very annoying. Oh, really? Huh. Well, definitely gonna do this. I mean, I want the Caravansary, but A, my opponent can't get it, so my opponent probably discards it here? I did not expect that. Huh. I am very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Say, I'm assuming my opponent plays that, which does hurt us quite a bit. Not like a ton, but I think just discarding this is better than I think it's just better. Assuming my opponent probably uses an extra turn here. I think he uses this to go Temple of Artemis. No. Interesting. Okay. I really don't want my opponent to get the forum, but he probably will anyway. Gosh, I don't know. You know what? Let's just do this. This does something at least. Yeah. And then I'm okay just discarding this for coins. Assuming now my opponent does, like, gets rid of the aqueduct with the Temple of Artemis and then plays the forum. That's the play that I would do. Yeah, my opponent got quite a lot of resources in this last stage, and that's a little bit concerning. I'm happy we have, really? I mean, I don't really need another of those resources, so I might as well just discard it for coins. All right, so we do get to go first here, so I will happily do this. And now it's all about points here. So, because that's kind of the clock we're on now, is let's just get a bunch of points. So, like, that's I don't love that, but also that's not any points for my opponent. I mean, I guess you could argue that coins are points. Oh, okay, we're really doing this? Okay, that's fine. Gosh, I really wish I would have placed this on the correct side. Oh, that's funny. I do have to be careful with Mausoleum and the War as well. As of right now, there's only one shield in the... yeah, okay. Excellent. So we'll just grab points. I'm happy to do this. So now the question is, can I survive this? Of course that happens. So, my misclick gaff where I was like, oh, this is going towards my opponent. That's where I want to go. And that was not indeed where I wanted to go. So my confusing play did not end up to be a good play. But why would you come to my channel and expect high-level gameplay? You come to see me do idiotic things that in the moment probably make you all pull your hair out. Okay, no worries. Back at it. Here we go. Okay, I must choose a wonder. Again, the extra turn I think is just a little bit better than the Divine Theater. I do like the Divine Theater quite a lot, but yeah. This is going to be an interesting first pick again on the first row because there's only one resource. And so while usually I am like brewery ride or tavern ride or die here, that one wood is pretty tempting. Oh! I mean... yeah. So, yeah, I mean, maybe this is incorrect. Comment below if you think that I'm incorrect. I think that grabbing the wood here and having the resource is better than the 4 coins. I think it's just simply better. If there was another resource down here, I would say no. 4 coins, then I take whatever resource is left over. But with only one resource, I don't love it. Really? Well, now I especially love the decision that I made. Because I got the resource and I probably get 4 coins. Now I have to decide, what that is. You know what? Because I already have the wood, I think that the 4 coins is better. I would rather my opponent continue to, excuse me, would rather continue to spend money in this first stage. I think I would rather have that. That is my opinion. Really? Okay. I mean, okay, so here's what I think that my opponent is thinking, is that all of these build off of each other. So you don't necessarily need resources in order to make this work, because you can just kind of chain these things together. I think that's what my opponent is hoping to do. That is just that is a very risky way to live. So at this point, like, yeah, resource it up, man. Let's do it. Let's take the value here, discard. I mean, my opponent has the mausoleum, but as of right now, it's going to take an arm and a leg to get that. Okay. So yeah, this is a pretty good, like, just try to choke my opponent out of resources. Now, it does mean that I have to be careful of, like, a science victory or something like that, but I don't see this. I'm interested to see whether this strategy kind of does it for my opponent. I'm always, ooh, that's a tempting one. Especially because I have some things that need 2 wood. I guess, I think, maybe I'm wrong, that this is the better play. That we get this, we get the glass, we get to place this. Okay, definitely this. And honestly, I'd rather have this right here. Okay. So, I mean, my opponent probably takes the stone. Yeah. And then I'm okay discarding here. What I am thinking my opponent is going to do is take that. Yep, absolutely. I don't necessarily want my opponent to get... Okay, I don't necessarily now need to, like, completely choke my opponent out. I don't want to gift my opponent a... I'm just going to put Zeus here. Another science resource. So I would rather my opponent have to choose between... Yeah, this is excellent. So I am going to go ahead and construct this. Because I know Anubis is here, this is really going to help. So, like, I'll pay a coin for that. But I can get rid of Temple of Artemis again to use my extra turn. So I can get another extra turn out of this. And I'm okay if my opponent wants to spend his last 3 coins to get the clay reserve. That's fine. So my opponent recovered really well. After taking these 4 cards, got some good resources. Now, we could have done a little bit more to, like, completely, cut off my opponent. But at some point, it becomes a detriment to what's going on. So yeah, that's interesting there. My opponent has no money. And doesn't really have a high discard thing. So we probably look to, like, try to grab Temple of Artemis here soon and then grab another 12 coins and then discard the Temple of Artemis so that we can do it again later in the game. That's probably what we're going to want to focus on in the first part of this age. My opponent just doesn't have very high discard power. Like, my opponent's going to have to discard something here. Yeah, that's fine. So then, 100%, we're just going to do this. This is 1 coin to get all this stuff. And then I can pay 6 coins to get another 6 coins. Excellent. Okay, I don't hate that for my opponent, because my opponent is definitely trying to, I don't really want to give my opponent the forum. But also really do, like at this point, do I really care? You know what, I'm just going to do this, because I definitely want to do this. Like, 100%, we want to get rid of this. My opponent wants to get this, so be it. Probably also want to prioritize Hades a little bit. Grabbing the gate, like, yeah, just kind of getting rid of some of these pantheons here is a way to kind of, you know, kind of choke out my opponent, give my opponent less options. That's kind of the idea in this age now, is like give my opponent much less options. All right, so he's grabbing a science card. Okay. All right. Well, we're definitely going to do this. I love this idea. And, I probably want to steal a resource here. Yeah, I think that feels nice. What do I want to steal? Honestly, I kind of want to just steal this stone. And that helps me out quite a lot. So we do have to watch out for a science victory. We have to watch out for that. All right, I am happy for 3 coins to take this. This increases my discard power, gives me another gray resource. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. I don't really want my opponent to have that. So, you know, I'm really feeling like I don't need to worry about too many extra turns here. Maybe I'm wrong with the science victory, but we're gonna keep going on this this train here. Okay, my opponent gets the 2 wood. That is totally fine. It's not totally fine, but if my opponent somehow gets law, I'm in trouble. Which, with the Divine Theater, that is there. Okay. What are you getting rid of? What are you getting rid of? Okay. So I'm pretty okay doing this. This just really increases the cost of everything that you want to do. Okay. Excellent. I'm pretty happy grabbing this for points. Because now I feel like I have an advantage. I want to push it. My opponent does have the ability to just get Minerva here. But that would cost pretty much all the coins. No, we're just doing that. All right. So, I mean, I'm definitely doing this. I think we just discard it. Or, sorry, we, grab it. Maybe that's incorrect because of the snake, but at this point, like, this is just a lot of coins, and my opponent is going to have to spend coins on a lot of things. Could also kind of weirdly push for um, a military victory here. Okay. So what what are we grabbing here? I mean, the sign symbol's nice, but um like law isn't here. There's no resources. Very happy I didn't discard this now. Yeah, I'm not sure my opponent thought that one through. I mean, I guess you take the progress token. Urbanism actually would be pretty decent for my opponent because he's got some stuff that can chain. Theology wouldn't be bad to get a couple extra turns here. But probably want to grab the thing that gets you money. No, I understand that one. I think just get butt ton of money is the name of the game. Yeah. So I'm assuming this is to grab law. Yeah. Which is fine. Hmm. I understand the architecture play there because my opponent really needed to be able to grab. I think he's trying to decide law between law and the snake here. Okay, so just grabs law that way. Um. Hmm. Do I care about any of these progress tokens? I think the answer is no. So I think I'd rather just pay a coin to get rid of this. I'm going to place it on the right side now. And if my opponent wants this, so be it. Because any of those progress tokens... I mean, I suppose mysticism is worth 10 points. So that's not nothing. It's a free 10, 12 points with the one that's on the card there. But I would rather be in the last age with, yeah. I would rather be in the last age with, no pantheons to invoke. That's the word I was looking for. I could see theology being okay here. Really, theology or urbanism I can understand, but I think at this point, mysticism is probably what you want because you're not going to use the other tokens. think that was the correct move. And then I think just discarding this for coins is fine. My opponent's going to discard this for coins. So yeah, science is all we're looking out for at this point. Okay, and the good news is we know where two symbols are, and if as long as my opponent doesn't get, if we can prevent my opponent from getting one of the symbols, we're fine. I think this is a little bit of a misplay by my opponent. If I was my opponent, I don't want to go first here. I want to force me to well, I am very happy to do this because then my opponent can't do anything there. That's 11 coins, so can't really do anything there. Yeah, this is where I think the resource deficiency that my opponent has is going to come back to bite him. Can also score some decent points in wars here. Yeah, I think my opponent's just going to have to do a lot of discarding. And we're just going to be able to kind of extract so much value here that it's not going to matter. So like, yeah, I'm just going to like take coins. Like this is going to take 2 coins. And any card my opponent discards is 3 coins. So like, yep, gladly going to take that. What is this? You can extract for 1 coin any card which has under its cost a chaining symbol and it doesn't claim the building. Oh, okay, interesting. Wait, what? Wow. My opponent still cannot afford the science token, so why in the world do I care about that card sitting there? Assuming my opponent takes the yellow card. To grab coins, but ultimately then we can grab the science symbol and then the science victory is done. Yeah, so like we do this and we've prevented the science victory. I think we just grab this for coins. It's so late in the game, I don't think any of that is worth it. Yeah, and now we can just grab points. So like, yeah, let's just grab some points here. Assuming my opponent discards that. Yeah. I mean, I'll happily take the 7 points. My opponent probably discards or grabs the Egyptian temple. I don't hate grabbing the, arena? Yeah. I don't... Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to grab this. Great. I'm actually curious which one my opponent takes here. Oh, okay. I'm actually kind of okay with any of that because I get points either way. Yeah, I mean, that's all my opponent can do, but I'll happily do this because then that gains me 5 points and decreases the amount of coins that my opponent has. So that puts us in the 10 points of war. So, yeah, so, once again, my opponent played that about as well as you possibly can with grabbing all the science symbols. You get the mysticism here. But that third age just, what? I mean, in total in the third age played, 1, 2, 3, three cards in the third age and had to discard the rest, whereas in the third age we played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and got way more points. So it just is like, this works until about the third age, and I've talked about that on the channel. I have never seen this work out to where, unless what happened with my opponent was like they got 4 science symbols in the first round. It's like, oh, then yeah, resources don't matter. You just got to find those science symbols. But in terms of if you can't find them and you don't hit them, you're just at such a disadvantage that it's very, very hard to come back. So, hey, if you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button. Thank you we've had a lot of new subscribers here on the channel. So thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Been blown away by the growth of the channel. So we'll see you next time.